Hi, everybody. It is Helen from the Squiggly Careers podcast. And I just wanted to give you a super quick summary of this week's Squiggly Careers podcast episode, which is about how to make difficult decisions about your career. Sarah and I had been having a couple of conversations with people who had made some particularly difficult decisions. And our reflection was that they had reflected on those decisions for a really long time. It'd taken a while to come to the conclusion. And once they'd made it, they were happy to move on with it. But we said to ourselves, wouldn't it be amazing if we could help other people who might be in that situations approach that decision-making process with a bit more clarity, a bit more confidence, and hopefully a bit more control over the situation. So that is what we hope we have done. Maybe first of all, let's just distinguish what might make it feel like a difficult decision about your career development. So the first thing is when a decision feels particularly emotional, maybe because there are some attachments to some of the things that you're talking about, and our emotions can sometimes cloud our clarity. So that's what can make it feel really difficult. Also, when there are lots of options, we might feel like there's one right answer. If only we keep searching, there's one right answer. And until it feels right, we can't move forward. But often, there's lots of shades of grey. It's not really right, any answer, until you move forward and kind of make it happen and commit to it. But that can sometimes make it feel a bit more complex and complicated. And then also there's the weight of other people's opinions, what other people think we should do about this difficult decision. That can often feel like it creates more confusion, and we might worry a little bit about if we take a decision that other people don't agree with. So these three things really compound how difficult a career decision can feel. So what we talk through in the podcast episode is the difficult decision diamond. Basically, it's a 4-part process which will help to provide that sort of confidence and clarity and that bit more control over the decision-making process. The first thing that we start with is this idea of distance, which can reduce some of the emotion that you feel. And then we talk about some of the specific data points that you might want to collect and gather. Then we get into some of the conversations that you might want to have with people. So some of the discussions that you might want to have about that decision and how to frame those discussions so it doesn't feel like you're looping, but you're actually kind of moving around this process. And then last but not least, we talk about the drive for the decision, because sometimes it can be really easy to go backwards, and we don't want you to go backwards. We want you to move forward with that confidence and clarity. So for each of these areas, we explain why it's important, and then give you some specific ideas for action so that you can take that point on the diamond and move forward with it. So hopefully that is helpful. As I said, it's out today, out every Tuesday. We also have an email that comes out every Tuesday called Pod Mail. And if you sign up for it, it always summarizes the link to the episode and then all the resources we create. So we have Pod Sheets, which are a downloadable summary. We have Pod Notes, which we often share on social media. They're the swipeable summaries. And then we also have Pod Plus, which is the weekly discussion that we have. It's a community of like-minded learners. It is free to join. It's for 30 minutes. It's always Thursday at 9 a.m. unless Sarah and I have got something that means we can't make it. We will be there to help you discuss and dive a bit deeper into the topic. So if you want to talk even more about difficult career decisions, we're there to help you.